Yo, it's the Latin Bass Assassin. What's up? What's happening? What up, dogs? There is a break in these rainstorms that are happening, so we're going to try and get out here and handle some business real quick. It is unknown as the amount of time that we will be out here. All we know is that the feels like, according to some stupid weather apps, is 45 degrees. Yo, what up, Tim? Shad, what's happening? Somebody definitely invited a cold front. And I'll tell you, it wasn't me. What up, Tater? Oh, shit, found his earbuds. Oh, yeah. Well, since Shed's got earbuds in, I probably shouldn't be yelling. All right, we got a southeast wind, maybe, who knows. I can only tell you that it is a little bit fresh, but then it is also a little bit hot. It's dumb. I'll see you guys on the other side. Yes, guys, we have $100. What? We got a hundo bounty on the next BBL Plus. That BBL has to be 6 pounds or greater in order for us to pay out that $100 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. Now, last time it got rolled over, so that's how we got to the 100 mark, and we got to thank Rude for that. Well, not me. You guys got to thank Rude for that, because I don't enter these things. But Rude was kind enough to roll it over into the next giveaway. Now we only have a couple days left in October, so if we do not catch a 6-pounder in October, then what we will do is roll it over into November, and that $100 gift certificate will be given away for the next BBL Plus, and that just has to be a 4-pounder in November. But as of right now, we are in search of a 6-pounder. What up, Krill? Oh, you know it's hump day, Steve. I see Colin is a little chipper this morning. Or afternoon. We're in the afternoon, never mind. Colin is a little chipper this afternoon. Huh. I wonder what happened last night that would change Colin's mood. Very interesting. What could it be, boys? Why would Colin be a little more chipper today? Whatever. Again, we're just going to start off with a jerkbait real quick. Water temp, still unknown. It reads 62, but that is not the reading that we are going to go by. You got to let it soak a little bit. It has been raining all morning. It will more than likely be raining while we're out here. So we're gonna try and pick one off so that in case it starts raining again, I don't gotta suffer out here, you know? Timmy. He's even got exclamation marks on his comments. Calling you chipper son of a gun. What could have changed his mood? It's very interesting. Cuba Unlimited, how the wheels, dog? Are you rolling, or are you still putting them on? Okay, Unlimited is putting them on. Meow. If I read that correctly. Yo, what up, old school? And Creel is gone. Time to catch BBL now that Creel ain't here. Because yesterday, not so great, not so chipper. Today, after he drank some of that tea, I would presume, now he's chipper. Or at least very exclamatory. Cuba Escar. Oh, FNC. What up, dog? Do you see one? I'm not a bird watcher, bro, but I'll look out for one. I don't see one. Did you see one on the screen? Is that why you said them, bro? Usually I don't see blue jays out in the middle of the lake. Well, you might have confused this little bird right here for a blue jay, but it's not. I think it's kind of one of those mud swallows or something. But yeah, bro. Nope. I don't see any blue jays out here. ¿Qué hubo, Escar? ¿Qué pues? All right, this jerkbait has not had much luck here. Why? I don't know. I'm gonna have to put on potentially Don's chatterbait. I could throw that Kitech that's there. You let me know if you see another one, FNC, and I'll double check. I wasn't really looking for them. But if you see one, just let me know. And I will, now that I'm a bird watcher, I will take a gander because it's a weird place for them to be out in the middle of the lake. Maybe it's in distress. Maybe it needs help. Jason, what are you doing up at this hour, bro? You usually catch us in the afternoon or very early. How is it that you have blessed us with your presence at this moment? I guess since everybody got to go to sleep early last night, not me, but when everybody else got to sleep early, now they're popping in. You saw a flock of them in Los Angeles. Okay, well, as long as they're not here, bro. As long as you don't see them on the broadcast, then everything's gonna be good. But if you see them on the broadcast, then clearly things have gone wrong and we got issues. See, everybody went to bed early. Everybody was all like, ah, yeah, got some shut-eye. And now that clouds have come in again, it has been like this throughout the day, guys. It has been cycling between a little bit of sun, clouds, rain. There's supposed to be a stiffer breeze right now, but I don't see it. I don't feel it. Hoping for a Game 7 FNC. I don't hope for that. In a broadcast many moons ago, not very far away, but it was prophesied that it would only take 6 in order for those Blue Jays to be eradicated, caged, whatever you want to, sent back north, whatever you want to call it, bro. But we shall see. Yo, 22. We were wondering, bro, where you been, dog? The other day it was like, yo, we ain't seen 22 in a while. This fool has disappeared. I thought that maybe Elon had tried to cage you because you were starting to become all-knowing and self-aware. And he was like, uh-oh, I have to shut this AI down because it is light years ahead of my AI. Ethan, what's up? Just been busy. It sounds like 22 has been doing some adulting. All right, guys, we're gonna throw this evader, right? This is that topwater Chingle Dingles that the moderator had bought. So we're gonna throw it. It is not crazy breezy. It is like, there's no eelgrass up here, so we're just gonna kinda use this guy and see what transpires, bro. It's a little cloudy. You gotta find apparently the right speed. When you reel in too fast, this guy kind of does, he like jumps out of the water a little bit. But if you find the right speed, he just goes and wiggles his butt like a wake bait, sort of, up top. Now, why would I have this bait? It was on sale. So the moderator asked, hey, you want one of these? And I was like, whatever. This might be one of those fishermen catching baits and not fish catching baits. We're gonna find out here, guys. This is real deal. This is the Rodcast. We're gonna find out if this bait catches anything. If not, maybe we'll switch back to maybe we'll put on a popper or one of those huge pencil poppers. Who knows? But we'll give this guy its chance. You know what I'm saying? I give it a chance to show up or show out. Get out of here, bro. Working football, that gridiron. This wasn't even found at Ollie's. You guys probably had an audible gasp like, he didn't get it from Ollie's? Wait. Okay, so something jumped behind me. You guys are probably like, oh my God, this guy, it wasn't an Ollie's find. Has he lost his mind? So far, after 3 casts, if it hasn't caught anything, bro, I give up on it. Just kidding, bros. We're gonna throw it for a little bit. Why right now when we haven't caught a fish? I don't know. Oh, Ethan, yeah, we barely started, bro. We have caught, I believe the number is known as 0. In some circles, it's known as nil. And in some circles, it is known as a furry creature that expels a horrible odor. So that is a current number of fish that we found. But we're just playing around, bro. This is the beginning portion before we start to get serious. You know, we gotta stretch our muscles. We're not as young as we used to be. We don't want to pull a muscle fishing. That would be ridiculous. Pulling a muscle fishing, well, you might as well just retire. Now, if any of you guys go in the comments are like, hey man, I pulled a muscle fishing, well, cool. I'm just hoping that I don't. I'm actually a little bit further than I usually post up on here, but let me throw this jerk bait one more time in this direction, see if I can avoid grass, but we'll see. Oh, also goose egg. My bad, I forgot that. I mean, seeing as how I'm not a bird watcher, I wouldn't know about birds and their eggs, but it is also known as a goose egg. So far, that is how many we've caught, but we ain't worried about it, dog. We've been looking for blue jays out here, so it's been distracting us a little bit. A lot of blue jay related things have happened in the last 24 hours that have distracted us. We're not really concerned. We're just kind of, we acknowledge that they happen. We just, we just believe that we don't like the fact that they happen, but it was inevitable. Steve is Steve might be onto something, guys. This is the part of the show where we're just like, all right, guys, everybody just, it's like when you go into work. You don't just immediately start working on something. You gotta like put all your stuff away. You gotta go, and you gotta be all like, all right, hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Oh, yeah, let's have a morning meeting. Oh, this is stupid. And then you go in, you do this, you do that. And then finally, you're able to do some work sometime in. This is like the pre-broadcast meeting. All right, guys, what are we gonna do? We threw a couple things that we try out. Jerkbait, nada. Now we gotta pull out the Mag Dizzy. They made me. The opening monologue. The Dodgers lost because of Snezuki. Why is that, bro? Did Snezuki say the Dodgers were gonna win? Because if he did, I'm gonna pay that fool to say that the Jays are gonna win. Because I don't think he got the first one right. But then after that, I don't think he's been right. But yes, the moderator put opening monologue. This is like a... Oh, Moon's on his way to work. All right, guys, let's catch a fish so that we can get off the water so that Moon has to work like he was in the Steven times. I'm getting a little bit closer, guys. I didn't put in any hooks. Moderator, I repeat, moderator. Can you remind me to put in some rusty hooks? Because I forgot to put rusty hooks in my tackle box. In my terminal tackle. Son of a fish. All right, guys, we're gonna have to be very careful with this worm hook or this extra wide gap hook, because this is one of probably only 2 that we have on the boat right now. I think. Okay, we got to be very careful here, guys. Why does somebody get out on the water with only 1 hook? Well, because he forgets about stuff. I do have some shaky heads that, if nothing else, we will go to a shaky head. This is the location where we last caught our BBL yesterday. We broke off a fish here. Have you looked through that plastic? I did a little bit, moderator. That's where I initially searched, and then I found one just hanging out on a floor worm, or in a floor worm. And I utilized that one. Nice and rusty. It is a little breezy, and now that the sun has disappeared, I now can feel the cold. When the sun's out, it doesn't feel that cold, and now there's a couple little raindrops here. Uh-oh. We got to get serious. We got to get serious. Enough of this opening monologue. We need to land a fish. Actually, according to Moon, We don't need to get serious. What we need to get is ridiculous. And then when we get ridiculous, that's when we catch a fish. So let's raise the ridiculous level, the ridiculousness level, and see what happens. Try not to lose a mic though. I think I would equate this to kettle rain. Seeing something. Ah. Me. I gotta warm up, dog. Do some voice exercises. Actually, what I gotta do is slow this worm down a little bit. Let him look tasty. I currently have base layer 3 Under Armour cold gear on, a shirt, a sweater, and pants, of course. A hooded sweater with a pouch in the front, a pouched hooded sweater, and my FXR cold gear heavy chingle dingles on in order for me to be able to survive this, what is supposed to be 40 some degree temp. Oh, no, Tim. The version of the Rodcast goes, it's all about slow baits, no trebles. But since we are live in Florida, what up to everybody down in Florida? We are blasting out the homie's radio as he's changing his tires. So, dudes, what's up, Florida? It is a little cold for you fools. Hey, who tied my worm's butt? All right, here we go. We're moving ever so slightly. Seem to have moved a little bit further than I had anticipated. We're chill, guys. We're chill. We ain't worried about it. We say that as we feel these little raindrops on us. We're gonna have to make a decision as to whether we want to put on our coat. We might have to. just to stay dry. Might also have to put on the umbrella. My radar is not looking good. Old school, my visual radar is showing problems, but that's life. We gotta do what we gotta do. That's why I wanna catch a fish right now, so that I can just be all like, whatever. Oops, not in there. That's unlimited. Unlimited was in there. We are aware of how this could turn out. All right, guys, it might be a little bit harder for you to hear me. We might have to put on our umbrella for our electronics, or else. Might as well put that on. Ah, jai bros. Wow, this just got real. Good thing I put my covers on. Old school, a Marine once told me, you don't talk about the RAIN or else it'll show up. And I guess it's here. All right, guys, I might not be able to see your comments because my screen is all wet now. All right, dudes, I cannot see your comments. This is gonna get to the weird portion of the rodcast where we just kind of fish. That's weird. Who does that? All right, let's focus. Let's get that fish in. The sun seems to be coming out a little bit. That is a frigid breeze. Those up in Canada will probably say, quit being a wuss, dog. Ah. And now the sun is out. Okay, this is getting weird. I gotta see where I am. Okay. I gotta see if that thing won't blow off my umbrella. Because this wind is getting real. Hey, there's a rainbow over there. I would show you guys, but then the umbrella would fly off. So, let me try it anyways. Watch out, little bros. There's an umbrella, a rainbow right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. That is the shortest rainbow I've ever seen in my life. That rainbow is super short. Let me say this. Let me guess, this guy's a rainbow watcher. That is the shortest umbrella, why do I keep saying umbrella? The shortest rainbow I've ever seen. It's barely above the water. All right, if we've got wind, that's cool. If we got rain and wind, I'm gonna have to unplug the mic. And it's gonna be a little hard for us to have conversations. I'm gonna have to yell at the GoPro potentially. Okay, I think I can bring out my phone now. The rain has stopped. Okay, it's coming back at 2. Okay, Sonny's telling me I gotta keep my hands covered. I hear you, Sonny. What? The moderator said something about the radar. And now we got sun. This is gonna be a weird day. Okay. There were no double rainbows here, Fred. What up, Fred? Okay, guys, let me take this umbrella off. The rain has stopped. turn you guys back to the rainbow real quick. All right, let's get it. Let's get it where we can, because the moderator said that the radar looks like it's gonna. All right, guys, we're gonna have to get it then. There's a brief opening. We'll see what happens. Hopefully the radar is off or misses us. One or the other. We're being pushed over the spot that I wanted to fish. So that's cool. Okay, so there and there. All right. You guys see that rainbow? Like, it's just chilling right there. Like, the end of the rainbow is right at that island. I guess you guys can't see that rainbow. Now you might be able to see it for a little bit. All right, these guys are warning about, I assume, the radar, but I must fish the now and not the future. I'll deal with the future when it comes. I'll have it in mind, but I'll just deal with it when it comes. Concerned for my welfare. So far, so good, Fred. Come on, baby, one time. What's the time? The time is 1:42. I believe the moderator said 3 o'clock might be looking crazy. Pretty epic background. Well, hopefully it stays in the background there, Colin. All right, I just gotta focus, guys. I gotta slow my roll. I don't think I'm letting it do what it's supposed to. I'm too concerned with what's going on around me. Focus, homie, focus. Focus, dog. Water temp is 65 degrees. I will yell it out. I will yell it out, Tim, if we see it. I will definitely yell it out. Now, hopefully Snozook doesn't come in here and start yell typing stuff so that it doesn't confuse you, bro. Because he might come in here caps locking stuff. Okay, we're a little bit off the mark, but I'll get there. Gotta raise this trolling motor up a little bit. The speed. Cubo Rude, what's happening? Well. Well. That was a swing and a miss. I basically was playing like the Dodgers, bro. A swing and a miss. I've ripped off the face of my Mag Dizzy, and I'm going to reposition the hook because whatever that was ruined the face of my Mag Dizzy. Let's get back out there. There's at least one fish there that wanted to play. Yo, Tom, what's happening? Just gotta slow roll it through there. Don't let the cold Don't let the wind speed anything up. Just do your thing. Okay, so it's gonna be in that direction. What the freak, bro? That's 2. How many shots does one get? Let's find out. "22, peace out, dog. Hopefully you enjoy yourself some gridiron practice. And it's at least entertaining, dog. And I will try and find that streak extending bass. Let's see. We're gonna try and get it before this storm rolls in. I don't know what the deal was, bro. Why did I miss those 2? There's grass out there and there's a little bit of hard bottom that I cruise through. And somewhere in between those is where something keeps picking me up. I got my head cocked like I'm trying to hear my fishing line. I'm actually a lot closer on this than I thought. My spot lock must have moved me a little too close. Let's see what's out over here. We're currently in about 5 feet of water. I prefer to be in about like 8 feet and throwing to the shallower spot, but we'll fish this as the golfers say, we'll play it as it lie. I think that's what they say, bro. I have only gone golfing once in my life. In all of my life. Slow your roll, dog. Slow your roll. Let the worm do its thing. Let that bag do its thing. I'm moving it in very slow increments. Hitting as much as I can. Well, Colin, this storm has been on all day. So they may have gone through those windows already. They may have gone crazy, shut down, whatever. Hey, I'm too close. I'm too close. There's an area right here that I like to work, but I'm basically right on it. I expected my spot lock to hold me in a different spot, but it didn't. Let's see what it does now. Laura, what's up? Just out here, kind of cold. For the time being, I'm gonna take this jacket off. Come on, baby, one time. I'm gonna put on Don's chatterbait in a little bit, and we are about to hit him with a chatterbait all around this area. In fact, let me find it while I slow work this worm. Almost unplugged the friggin' battery. Got him. All right. Three bass yesterday. That's what's up. Okay, so we got to head in this direction. You can always, Laura, you could always post those fish on the community page, or you can send them to latinbassassassin@gmail.com and we will put some shine on them. All right, so if I'm right here, The community page is on, well, on my YouTube channel. If you just go to the YouTube channel, you can click on the icon, and then it'll take you to the YouTube channel, and there'll be some options where it says like videos, shorts, some other stuff. It says community, or it might even just say it in the middle somewhere. It says community, and then you can just upload pictures to there and share the photos of the fish. You think it's mobile only, Colin? I thought anybody could go to that, but maybe not. Like, I thought you could access it from a computer or whatever, but maybe. I mean, I always access it from my phone, so I don't know any different. Come on, baby, one time, focus. Get that bite. That wind is starting to pick up ever so slightly. And we are about to switch over to that chatterbait. Enough talking about it. It's time to be about it. Mac Dizzy, I would like to stay working that bait for a little bit, but let's switch off to Don's chatterbait real quick. We gotta beat the storm. All right, Don's chatterbait is on, and it is now time to handle some business. We're gonna go around this hump with Don's chatterbait, and then we're going to move to another one, and then we will assess what exactly needs to be done. In fact, this is the hump where the original Don's chatterbait is. It is memorialized somewhere underneath us. Where? I don't know. But just somewhere in this region resides Don's chatterbait, OG. If you're gonna step through unlimited, make sure you bring something a little bit warm. You know, dress accordingly. Don't just step through and be all like, yo, bro, nobody told me that it was freaking cold over here. Like, I did tell you it was cold, dog. You don't listen. But then again, I do send false cold signals when I see that it's below 70 degrees. So you're probably like, it's probably 70 even, and this guy's all cold. But it's not unlimited. It's like 40 something. So do not step through that portal without something to keep you warm. All right, so it does work on desktop. It's grass. Come on, baby, one time. There's grass off to my right. That's what I'm casting into. In hopes of there being a fish hunkered down in there. And I just cruise right over him. Might have to switch over to a shaky head. I can hit up the area where we were catching some fish out by those islands. I didn't want to have to, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I see bits of grass sticking up right here. Just barely, well, not sticking up, but dark enough to where I can see it underneath the shadow, underneath the water. Getting breezy. Just a little bit. All right, we're gonna move to another spot, and then we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do. the chop is real. Yeah. It's a little choppy out here, guys. Actually, let me have a mic off moment real quick. All right, dudes. We are back. I think. Yeah. All right, let's go. All we need is one. Come on, baby, one time. So you know what? Forget about that. Matthew, I appreciate it, man. The 2 bites that I got, I failed to capitalize on them. I tried to set the hook, but it didn't work out. I am throwing a Lucky Craft jerkbait. It is Ghost Minnow. I may have to go run that riprap. Assuming that it doesn't have eelgrass all over it. Creel, the bites were not on this jerkbait. The bites were on the Mag Dizzy. And for some reason, I didn't hook them. I already tried Don's chatterbait on the other hump. I will eventually try it here, but so far nothing. Let's hope the riprap is clear of eelgrass. If it isn't, that's going to cause a problem. Okay, well, active bass I have not found. We're throwing Don's chatterbait now. We're currently in 7 feet of water. Well, so sometimes I've noticed that the eelgrass kind of still chills on the edge, which is annoying on this side for some reason. It shouldn't have any eelgrass. It should be clear. But sometimes it just chills there. But we will definitely check it in a moment. I don't know why the camera is facing in that direction, guys. My bad. Forget about that. Let's see why the camera's facing that way. Let's turn it like this. And now maybe it'll face it correctly. I'll throw about 3 or 4 casts of the Mag Dizzy, and then we will hit up that riprap. I don't know why they wouldn't hit a faster moving bait. But anyways, we good. Right now I got a line of boogers going down my mask. So that's nice. All right, this is the last cast, and then we're heading to the riprap. We're gonna, that didn't look like, it looked like my hook was out. We'll hit up the riprap, see what's up. See if the riprap can save the day. I missed 2 bites. So it's not like I didn't get an opportunity. I missed the 2 bites that I got. I don't know why. I thought they were solid hook sets, but I guess not. All right, one last one. My hook was exposed on that one, so there was no tricking them. After this cast, we are moving to the riprap, and we are gonna work that riprap till we get that bite. Hey, Rob, I'm not going to the riprap so you could honk at me, bro. Okay. Let's get out of here. Rob's gonna honk at me, but we gotta go to the riprap anyway. Okay, that's good, that's good. Let's put this strap on just in case, because it's gonna be a little choppy. That strap barely holds anything, but let's put it on just in case. Let's check on Elon real quick. Okay. Elon's good. We're good. Let's get good. Here we go. Whoa. All right, guys, the phone is somewhere in the back of the boat. But that will be a concern for later. The concern we have now is to catch a fish before this storm comes in. We're gonna run the riprap. Not as windy here, so that's cool. Krill, it is clear right now. No eelgrass to speak of. So that's good. That at least gives us the full length to fish. Ah! Well, let's hope that we didn't break our crankbait. No break. Just hung up on my hook. Line good. It's because I gotta account for that wind that's above on the road. It's like a field goal kicker. If I don't account for it, it goes off to the right, just like that, and becomes a wasted cast. But if you account for it correctly, then you can land it right where you need to. But if you overshoot, then you might end up on the rocks like I did one time. Not this time, but the time, a couple times before that. This is the clearest I've seen this side in a long time. Most of the time it's got all kinds of stupidity, like grass. Hopefully that bodes well for us. Hopefully we get that fish. I don't know what it looks like on the other side. I can see some dark clouds, but I can only tell you that right now it is sunny. Sunny with a chance of a bass bite. I want to get it just a little bit closer, but the last few casts have been landing off of the riprap. That one definitely landed off the riprap. Okay, my phone's right there. Oh, well, the phone's gonna have to wait. Sorry guys, tried to go get my phone, but we're too close to the riprap. I cannot endanger silver in such a manner. Hung up on a rock. The sun's about to get blocked. A lot of trash here. There's Miyagi-Do, the Miyagi-Do bonsai. Getting close to the end of this portion of the riprap. Grass, bass. Grass and bass sometimes feel like the same thing. Let's get off of the riprap real quick. Gonna have to play nice with this guy. He's got one hook only. I'm gonna need that fiberglass to bend. I need you to bend, fiberglass. Keep that bend, fiberglass, because if not, this fool's coming off. He's got one hook only. He's got one hook only, but he is in the boat. So, thank the good Lord that we have now the task at hand. Now that guy had one hook. Well, it was one. It is now two. Thank the good Lord that we have continued our streak. This fish is not a BBL. It is not a BBL plus. It has the potential of being a BBL, but it is not. It is skinny. It is very, very skinny. But this fish right here will continue the streak. Why do we leave? Why do we go anywhere but the riprap? Trying to see where that storm is at, because we don't need to push it any further. Let's weigh it real quick and see what the deal is. Now this fish has continued our streak. This is a Little John. This fish is okay. Let's let him go. Thank the good Lord. Now, let's get this out of the way. We will continue the rest of the riprap and then we will see what is going on. I gotta get my phone to see what the deal is. All right, guys, that was not a BBL. That was just a little Juan. I mean, a Little John. That fish was okay. That fish weighed 3 pounds, 11 ounces. So with that, guys, you know, we cut it close. We were a little concerned with the way the weather is going, that the weather was gonna get worse. We cut it close, but here we go. Volume up, boys and girls, because that fish has now allowed us to continue our consecutive non-zero streak. And that streak resides at currently 30 times 5 plus some double-digit number of days of consecutive non-zeros. Rain, snow, sleet, or shine. We came out here on the grind and we handled business and we caught at least one fish. Now, you know what we're gonna do right about now. Let's see. Just started raining there. Okay, the moderator said it's raining. You know what we gotta do before we figure out what we're gonna do about, let me fix my drag, about this weather. Here we go, guys. Thank the good Lord that we are allowed to sing this song today. This is a streak that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Some people started watching it not knowing what it was, and they'll continue watching it forever just because this is a streak that never ends. It got close today. It goes on and on, my friends. Some people started watching it not knowing what it was, and they'll continue watching it forever just because this is the streak that never ends. Oh man, that was a close call. But the riprap is the pull the chute, bros. We need some help. Mayday, mayday. These fish over here are not biting. Let's go to the riprap. This is the streak that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Some people started watching it not knowing what it was, and they'll continue watching it forever just because this is the streak that never ends. But remember, guys, one day reality will hit and the streak will end. But we are doing our darndest to keep that away, to keep it at bay. We are doing our best. We are fighting off the inevitable as winter comes, as winter approaches, as chaos in the weather happens. We gotta bob and weave, get in here when we can, and get out while we can. Moderator says it's raining over there. We will take a peek at the clouds. Gary, I thought we answered that yesterday. As far as we know, we will fish as much as we can. Rain, snow, sleet, or shine, cold, the heat, whatever. We'll try and fish as much as we can. No guarantees, because we don't know what life has in store for us. But we will get out here as much as we can. We plan to fish in the winter, but with how much gusto, I don't know. We might just fish when it's not freezing. But we do plan to fish as much as we can. Woody, what's happening? Unlimited. Everything in life comes to an end, my friend. When? We don't know. But we don't live worrying about when it'll end. We live trying to prolong it as much as possible. We will do our best. Now you guys can see all that chop coming from the other side. That means it's windy out there, bros. The wind has somewhat died down out there on the humps. But we're gonna take a look and see what is going on out there. Whose fishing line do I have? Oh, is it some dude? Yo, bro, I got your fishing line. Is this your fishing line? My bad, dude. Apologies, bro. All right, guys, more than likely, we were gonna call it right there. We already caught some dude's fishing line and ruined his time. So let's take a look. I'm seeing that it looks kind of nasty on the other side. It is about to show up. And we definitely don't need to be out here more than we need to. That right there is some chop on the other side. Laura, the dark clouds are coming. But again, thank the good Lord that the streak continues. Why do we have to cut it so close all the time? I don't know. That is what they call hold on, guys, I'm doing too many things at one time. That is it's suspense, I guess. It is drama. Who knows what it is, guys? But all I know is that we live to see another day. Yo, Tim. Thanks for that that shout out right there, bro. Today, it was tough. Now, we did miss 2 bites, but if you don't capitalize, I gotta put my trolling motor right. Nothing wrong with my trolling motor, it's just, I gotta put the strap on just in case. We keep it suspenseful. We see. It's like a Mexican novela. We gotta have the drama. Oh, we got ourselves some rollers here. Got ourselves some chop. Now guys, if we get disconnected for some reason, just know that tomorrow, God willing, weather permitting, we will be back out on the water. But currently, it is chaos on this side. So in case we get cut off, I appreciate you guys rolling with me. I don't know if you guys can see the chop coming up on the side. It is now time to go in and see what happens tonight in this series of the world. There is no need to run this too hard. We'll just enjoy a little stroll down the lake with water splashing everywhere. Whew. Whew. I came on board a little bit. We can speed it up. Not too much. I just remembered that the microphone receiver is on there. So we didn't pay out the BBL Plus today. We did not catch our 6-pounder. But it is currently October 29th. So that means that there are 2 more days left in October. And then we roll it over to November. And in November, we will only need a 4-pound BBL Plus. And we will pay out. That $100 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. It seems calm right here, guys, but I assure you, that it is a little rough out there. Hopefully when I get home, that's when it starts pouring. Not right now. All right, dudes. I will leave you with lean with it and rock with it is not what I'm gonna leave with. That is what I'll put. Is that a blue jay? No, that's a raven of some sort. Or a crow, whatever it is. We do plan to be fishing sometime during Halloween. Now, hopefully it's not as scary as this weather is, but I mean, the weather's not too scary, but you know. We will leave you guys right now as I go get the truck with honey buns and Mountain Dew. Brought to you by 22 AI.
Sunrise creeping, moon fades out. Truck still humming, my mind shouts. Honey buns, wrappers on the dash. Mountain Dew bottles empty fast. Hit the creek line, poles in hand. The Latin assassin makes his stand. Cast so smooth the ripples cry. For his eagle eye. Honey buns and Mountain Dew are fuel all day. Fishing with the assassin, what more can I say? River rolls the stories too, casting dreams we do. Legacy in waters deep, where the echoes line goes through. Taught with a water beast. Assassin grins, it's time for a feast. Battling scales and wicked darts. This ain't just fishing, it's work of art. Shake cut sharp where we both sit. Sharing tales about hooks that split. Sunburned faces with laughs that burn. Waiting patient for the next fish's turn.
Freaking Woody trying to get Silver to make a break for it. Come on, Woody. You know Silver wouldn't leave me, bro. Of course, I rear-ended my truck, as always. Get Silver to leave me. And I just realized that I did not drink any Smite. Had to stay focused. The rain is coming. It is about 2 to 3 minutes away from me. I see it. Actually, I sort of feel it. And Woody, if Silver had made a break for it, I would just swim for her, bro. I'm just fast enough when I'm Phelpsing. When I'm Phelpsing, I'm just fast enough to catch her, Woody. Now guys, on, I think Friday, it's supposed to potentially freeze. Some frost. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on here, guys. I don't know what's going on, but winter is showing up a lot faster than expected. First, it was not here at all, and everybody was like, man, it's super hot. And then now it's like, what up, dogs? Did you miss me? And I'm like, no, I did not miss you, bro. I did not want you anywhere near me. So now we just deal. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for showing up and showing out. I dropped my phone, so that's cool. They must have been under their umbrella, dog, and that's why they couldn't see my bait. They were like, man, you guys see anything to eat out here? And they're like, nah, dog, this umbrella's blocking everything. So, my dudes, I do appreciate you guys showing up and showing out. We will see. What happens tomorrow. The wind is picking up over there. The chop looks choppier. Good thing I'm off the water, bros, because that would suck out there. Now, I know that there's somehow moisture is getting into that lens. So that's why it looks kind of weird with that little moisture ring or whatever. Oh, yes, Colin. I wish you the worst of luck, Colin. Tonight, I wish you the worst of luck. Not you personally, but you know who I'm talking about, Colin. I wish you the worst of luck. So, homies, I appreciate you showing up. Remember, see you tomorrow, God willing, weather permitting, and fish around and find out.